Hello everybody, what is up? It is the Wolfpack's ManofSloth here for take 2 of Chapter 1 of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, because my recording software hates me. I'm getting real sick of having to go through these menus. So, Chapter 1. Getting started without any hold up whatsoever. Hopefully this comes out right, because I don't want to have to take 3 tries for every recording. I really don't. This is a tiny fort. I was saying last time I recorded this, you can't have much of a fort with only 3 buildings. Must be a really tiny group of mercenaries. So yeah, in this chapter, we basically just kill some bandits. Spoilers, not a whole lot to it. It's another nice tutorial-y chapter to ease you into the gameplay and commanding more units. Pretty simple stuff. You get to meet the other units that you'll be fighting with, Oscar and Titania, as well as Boyd, who we fought last time in chapter... well, I guess in the prologue. Because this right here is Chapter 1. So, as you can see, Titania is a little bit more geared up than the other units. So, at the start of every Fire Emblem game, typically you get a bunch of base level units, and then you get one reasonably more powerful unit than the others. The cool thing about it is that Titania here can kill almost any of these guys in 1 or 2 hits, but the drawback is that she gets no experience, and she basically sucks up all the experience that could be given to other units. Which, keep in mind, you can't grind in this game. So all the experience from all the enemies has to be dished out carefully. In this case, I'm going to try to feed as much of it to Ike as possible, because Ike being the main character and all that. Also, this is the type of mission where all you gotta do is kill the leader and take over that red spot to finish the mission. Now, the reason why you don't want to have all your units become weak and let the strong unit take care of everything is that typically in video games, you can respawn right away when you die. HP hits 0 in Pokemon, go to a Pokemon Center and heal up. You fall off a cliff in Mario, boop, respawn right away. No consequence whatsoever. Fire Emblem, on the other hand, is pretty famous for a permadeath mechanic where, as soon as a unit dies, it is gone for the rest of your playthrough. I'm going to try my best to get through this game without having a single unit die, which means if I have any unit die, I'll reset and start over from the beginning of the chapter. But yeah, you want your units to be reasonably balanced in your levels. And right, this is going on about the weapon triangle that we talked about last time. Swords beat axes, axes beat lances, lances beat swords. There's also other weapons like bows and tomes, but they don't really fall into the weapon triangle in this game. We probably won't see magic for a while though, or any ranged weapon for that matter. Also, on some maps you'll see these houses, kind of like this one here, and this one over here. If you place one of your units on the house and click visit, you'll usually get some kind of reward, as the locals will have some kind of goodies for you and your pals. Like right there, we got a steel sword, which is really good for units like Ike and Oscar. On the other hand, if a bandit gets to the house first, then that house gets taken down and is no longer accessible to us, which kinda sucks. So, looking at things as they are now, it seems like both of these bandits are gonna be a bit of a pain to deal with. So, I think what I will do is place Boyd here. No. Yeah, I'll place Boyd right here. And I'll place Ike right here. And just move Oscar nearby for support. As I said last episode, we want to let the enemies come to us. Typically, it's much better to have the enemies attack you first, that way you can get all the combat over with and you can just heal on your turn. Because enemy AIs typically don't heal. And yeah, right there, if a bandit gets to a village first, then it's gone. Oh, interesting choice of tactics here. So, the good thing about this is that axes have really high damage output, but very low accuracy, which means these guys probably won't get too many hits in on Ike. So this combat's actually working better in my favor now than last time. Last time I almost had Boyd die. He hung on with 1 health, which was only mildly annoying. So this guy's got no health left. We've got 3 speed, I've got 8 speed, so... yeah, I can times 2 these guys with Ike. So, one thing I forgot to mention is that each character has their own unique set of stats. Strength being power behind physical attacks, magic being power behind magical attacks, skill being your hit and avoid ratio, speed allowing you to attack twice on an enemy during a battle, depending on if your speed is 5 above the enemy. Of course, if the enemy's speed is 5 above yours, then they get to go twice on you. Luck is like your critical hit ratio. Defense is defense against physical attacks. Resistance is, well, resistance to magical attacks. And then you have summary stats like attack, hit, avoid, critical, dodge, and range, which can vary depending on your weapon and what stats the enemies have. In the item slots, you can see Ike is absolutely loaded with weapons. He's not running out anytime soon. Each weapon has its own usage capacity, so once an Iron Sword is used 46 times, it's gone, it breaks, you can no longer use it. Same with the Vulnerary. After 2 more uses, my Vulnerary will be gone. Pretty basic stuff like that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Boyd attack this guy here. Hopefully not miss. Very nice. And I'm going to check on these guys' range of motion. So, not much, so I'll just have Ike come over here. Yeah, I can take him out, no problem. 8 times 2 is definitely greater than 13. And it doesn't help that these guys have garbage accuracy. Especially when they're up against a sword, because, well, axes are worse than swords in this case. So, yeah, not a bad level up. You got good strength, speed, and health, and skill. Pretty important stats for Ike. And I think I'm going to try to lure this guy over. So just making sure that they're not within other attack radiuses. I'm going to lure this bandit over with Oscar. Oscar being a tanky horse unit with the weapon triangle advantage should make things pretty simple. I'm also going to equip Titania with the Iron Axe so that she doesn't one-shot everything. Oh, neither of you can use the Steel Sword. Well, that's a shame. Come and get some, big guy. Stabby stabby. I like the comical jab animation that the horse units have. Alright. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to send Titania here to visit this village before the bandit there gets rid of it. what do we get? We get... Ooh! That is an amazing item. A Seraph Robe, when used on a unit, increases their max HP by 5 permanently. A very handy item. So you have 5 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'll just have Oscar take you out. Now that this is my second time doing this chapter, I pretty much know how to go about things easily now. And I'll have Ike here at the front. Boyd just chilling a little bit behind, and we should be golden for now. Come on over. Miss, that's what I like to see. And this is just gonna be a complete gong show.
Think you can take me?
Yeah. Titania, super strong, but gets no experience. Like only 2 experience points out of 100. So I'm just gonna have Ike end this guy. And I'm gonna have Oscar here lower this swordsman over. Ruin his day a little bit. And I'm gonna have Titania give Ike the steel sword in exchange for the iron sword, just in case he needs a bit more attack power. We should be all set for this chapter, pretty much. Pretty standard stuff. Oh. Oscar should finish this guy in no time flat. Stabby, stabby. So close to getting that level up. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to have him take the Seraph Robe from Titania that we got earlier. Hand that over to Oscar. Have you wait. And then I'm gonna put Ike right beside this thug life-looking dude here. And for now I'm actually going to save the Seraph Robe, just in case we get a better tanky unit later on. I don't want to waste all my cool items at once. Alright, come at me, Mr. Bossman. I think we can take him. Every brat needs a beating now and then, huh?
Don't forget me!
Nice. Jeez, has Ike even got hit yet? I don't think so. That's extremely lucky, actually, because I think these guys have, yeah, almost 50-50 hit ratio. But not a problem for Ike. That is a lot of experience. Good on ya, Ike. Level 4 already. Would like to have more strength, but what can you do? So I think I'm just going to toss the iron axe. Actually, I'll keep the Iron Axe. Yeah. So, Ike is the only character of mine that can actually seize the throne and finish the chapter, so just had to spend an extra turn to do that. I'd say that was a pretty well perfect run of the chapter. Not bad for a first job. Pretty fortunate that his first job gave us time to get used to the game before actually throwing us into the hard stuff. 'Cause, oh boy! I can see some of these recording sessions taking more than 2 takes, even without recording failures or graphics card breaks. And with that, it looks like we're an official ranger, or mercenary, or whatever we are. So, next time when Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, we do Chapter 2, hopefully in 1 take this time. That would be a nice first. See you guys next time.